So I was using the ATM machine on the right.
Pamela Bongiorno shows how she got scammed at this ATM.
I went up to go use the machine on the right. I inserted my card. It didn't work.
Then a man in line offered advice.
The fellow that was on the sidewalk came up and said, "Oh, if you have the chip in your card, you can tap it."
So Pamela tapped her card. This time it worked. She got her cash, thanked the man, and walked off.
The next morning, I looked at my bank account.
To her shock, Pamela saw 3 more withdrawals from her account. $940 was gone.
I said, "That guy scammed me last night at the ATM machine."
I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was just using the ATM.
The same thing happened to Rob Bell at the same ATM. When the card reader didn't work, a man leaned in.
That person said, "Oh, there's a problem with the slot function. You have to use the tap function."
So Rob tapped his card, took his cash, and walked off. Later, he found 2 accounts had been drained. $565 gone.
My initial reaction was, wait a second, I definitely did not withdraw that much money. I have no need for $1,000 cash.
Justin Sindelar tapped his Apple Watch at that ATM and withdrew $40. Later, he found 5 more withdrawals in a row. $960 was gone.
So I think someone walked up to the ATM right after I used it and then withdrew money from the account again.
Victims complained to the bank manager.
She said, "I've reported this to the police. It's happening up and down Mission Street."
The manager told Pamela how the scam works. It starts with glue.
They put glue in the card reader of the ATM machines, so you can't use your cards.
So customers tap their card instead, and here's the trick. When you tap, the account remains open for more transactions unless the customer proactively logs out. Some customers don't know this, but scammers do. They wait for the victim to leave, then walk up and continue making withdrawals on their account. All 3 victims filed a fraud claim with Chase Bank. All 3 were denied. The bank said the customers authorized those withdrawals.
And that's definitely not true.
This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Ufudilek. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan, coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Right. ATM taps, access fraud warning. Right. Let's have more at the bottom here showing you, right? Also, the banks collapse, all these things happening, and all these things are planned out from these devils and them, right? So Edom. Excuse me. Right? So all these things that you're seeing in the video here that happening, these people lose they lose money from their account because they lose money from their account by using that special tap feature, right, that they have on these new cards, right? And these devils and them know that it have people will be able to scam these things and so forth, right? And it also have what I've learned a few months ago, probably about 3 months ago, since after this little chip here that you're seeing that come up on your card, it also have a device that they created, right, that people could use, those scammers and them, they could use on They could put it in their pocket or their bag or any kind of thing like that. And once they're close to you, remember this is a digital thing. This have a tap feature also. So they don't have to actually bounce into you. They could just be a few meters away, a few inches away from you, where they could pick up. If you have your card on you in your wallet or whatever, they pass close to you and basically scan you. Like what it is the any airports is use, you know. And like if you're going to a special place that have officers and things, you know, they have the security and they scan you to see if you have anything metal on you. They use this device to pass it about your body. They have a similar device like that, right? That they will pass next to you. And as soon they read your card, they get an access to your money, right? So it have that. And it also have this now where it is, they say that they have this new technology where you tap and you could be able to go in and you have to sign out, which is a bunch of nonsense, right? It's a bunch of nonsense because first they started off with punching in a code and telling you to make sure and keep your code safe, make sure and keep your 4 digits safe, right? Now they come with a tap feature and they're not even telling you that it have a feature that it will still be running in the background. Why would you still be running after you don't take out your money, right? After you take back out your money, you're not supposed to have no feature to asking you if it is you want to continue doing transaction or what. Because with the normal other cards, where you're punching your digits, they don't ask you those things. As soon as your money come out and you get back your card, you receive your card, they don't give you access back to anything. So why would you do something like that? Because they know what they're doing. And who knows, they could also be putting people there just to do these things to show that these cards they unreliable, right? Anybody could get access to it. Where they will look to step in now with the MOTB, right? The CHIP, you know, the one in your hand or in your forehead, and let you know that there's a safer one that you could use, which is a bunch of shit they just be saying, right? But anyway, I babble enough, I talk enough. I'm get into some scriptures there. Right, so this is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? And this is what this devil does, right? This devil is just tell you a lot of nice things, tell you things that you want to hear. Say, well, you know, we're going to make life a little easier for all you. You're going to organize certain things for all you to be able to, you know, be able to make the whole thing better, you know, so-called better, which it ain't going to be better because they have the agenda. The agenda is to basically get everybody hip, right? Same way how they have the agenda to depopulate the world, right? Down to 5 million people, 500 million people they want in the world alone. They want to get rid of Jake, right? Because he also came here to Trinidad and Tobago. Bill Gates of hell. He came to Trinidad and Tobago to sign off, you know. And that's what Keith Rowley organized also, right? They signed that paper where it is the using our country and also the whole of the Caribbean, which is full with jakes, right, as guinea pigs for us to take the waters in our hand, right? These devils and them know what they're doing because they know about the CHIP already for the longest while to put in your hand and in your forehead, right? And all these things that you saw in the video is going to lead up to that. These are just different scenarios that they're showing that they will give you a reason to say, well, here what? This happened to so people, amount of people in Babylon, that, which is America, and also other parts of the world, that this is the reason why we had to stop it, because a lot of people complaining. So they want to come out now with a different thing to be able not to get scam and whatnot, not to get anything happening to you in that way. Where it is, even if it is you take the CHIP, they could also scam you. It will also be able to scam you, right? Because the same digital product that you're using in the card is the same damn thing in the chip, right? The one that in your hand or in your forehead, right? All could get access to. But nobody ain't studying that. Because why? This is the Lord's will. This is the Lord's movie, right? We as the prophet of the Lord, we just pushing this word and warning you all from what is there to come, right? The word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they drawn swords, right? Yet were they drawn swords, right? Yet they just come down on you, right? So they does all kind of these devils and them. Is the book of Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, and it reads, never trust thy enemy, right? Never trust this devil Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? Because as I say, he's just trying to get rid of Jake, right? He's just trying to get rid of the Hebrew Israelites, right? The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. That's all he's trying to do. He just want everybody to see hip. He want to have rulership for the rest of his life, which is his time is coming up now, where it is he is going down, right? And Jacob, which is Israel, we are going to be to the top. We're going to get back our rulership in the kingdom, right? Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, right? And this is just showing you how this man is a real devil, the real wicked. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, right? Though he humble himself, right? And that's what he do. He show that he soft, he show that he kind, he come up with smooth words, right? All these different things he do, right? All these different things he do, he come up with smooth words and he say all these nice things to you, to make you believe that, to believe in him, believe in the government, which he controlling the government also. Once you have the money, you control the whole entire world. And that's what they have. The head banking families, the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and them. What do you think running this whole show? Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that that his rust has not been altogether wiped away, right? So no matter how you try to see if it is he's showing any kind of goodness, it's only lies. It's only lies as devils do, right? Because he created that way. He's created to just deceive, right? As the scriptures say, just roughly paraphrasing, the Lord said, The deceive and the deceiver are his, right? Set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, right? So you gotta be careful of him and his ways and the system. He stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, right? So don't give in to this devil at all, right? Don't let him see your ways, don't let him, and that's how you learning about others also, by using these different cards that it have in your grocery stores and whatnot. When it is you're getting points, they're giving you so-called points, and then telling you, you could come in and use this loyalty card to get free stuff, which is not free, because basically they just keeping tabs on you and seeing what it is you buying, because every time you buy, you're scanning that card. Excuse me. You're scanning that card, and when you scan the card, that card picking up what it is you're purchasing, right? So that devil know you better than you know yourself. That's why when it have websites that you go to type in certain items, they already could tell the things that you search for, the things that you like, right? You type in your loyalty card on the website or something like that, and one time all the stuff that you are accustomed buying and whatnot, they're showing you that on the screen before you could even type it in, because that's just showing you that this devil taking tabs on you. He know what it is you like, so he know when it is you're coming to buy certain stuff, and he know when to stop you from buying it and when to allow you to buy it. And that is what they're going to have with the MOTB, the C-hip in your hand or in your forehead. They will be able to tell and know you better than you know yourself. They will be able to take away certain things from you and also allow you when they're ready to allow you, right? This is how wicked this devil is. I'm going to read it over here. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, right? And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith, right? I'm going to just read down this part here. Who will pity a charmer that is bitter, that is bitten, Salakia, with a serpent, right? Or any such as come nigh wild beasts, right? And this is how wicked this so-called charmer is, this Esau Edom, right? This is how wicked he is. Now let me just speed it up here quick. The book of Psalms, the book of Psalms 58, 58, let's see, verse 3. The wicked are strained from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And that's what they're doing here. That's what they're doing here. Right? No clearer than this. That's why they are the wicked, as I say earlier on. These devils and them, they come up with these different scenarios. They come up with a problem, then they say, well, it have a problem now. We come in with a solution. So the same people who created a problem come in with a solution, right? It makes no fucking sense, right? And then Jake now want to go and follow them and and kiss the ass. This is why we out here and we just be preaching this word and warning you all, you know, to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? I reading down. They're poison, right? Because they was talking about they are like a serpent. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent, and I say it here again. They are like a deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, right? And they will always come out with some sort of scenario to make people believe, you know, in their nonsense, right? I'm gonna get Psalms 59. And verse 12. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride, right? These devil and them, they're prideful. They believe that they have rulership forever, right? And for cursing and lying, which they speak, right? And this is what they do. All they do is lie and all they do is speak lies. Words smoother than oil, smoother than butter, right? Let me just end it out here. Let me get Psalm 64 and two. It reads here, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, right? And this is what we as men of the Lord, you know, the elect, Lord willing, we be part of that elect, you know, humbly speaking, you know, and 1/3 of them out there that are receiving this knowledge, right? Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the interaction, right, of the works of the workers of iniquity, right? So let me read it over here again, Salakia. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, right? From the insurrection. Let's go into that and see what that means. Insurrection. Slakia. Insurrection, right? A violent uprising against an authority or government, right? We see what's the similarities here, right? Revolution, civil disobedience, you know, rioting, rising, you know, unrest, rebellion, revolt, uprising, you know, so you get the point, right? You get the point. This is the kind of things that are coming, right? This is the kind of things that are coming. These are the things that this devil is coming with.
I said that guy scammed me last night at the ATM machine.
Right? So a lot more of this is going to happen. A lot more of this is going to happen in Israel. So you don't know what it is. Shalom.